Ooh, I'm just gonna go for this, the little one.
Why? Get a big one.
All right, I'm gonna go for the big one. Barley.
For Bubba?
Hi everybody, it's Bill from The Walks of Life, and today I'm going to show you how to make Fantail Shrimp, or in Cantonese, Phong Mei Ha, a very beautiful shrimp with a little crispy tail on it, and it's called Fantail because it's butterflied and opened up, fried to a nice crispy light batter, delicious. And not only that, it fries up like a potato chip, and that's one of the best parts of this shrimp. So don't throw away your tail. It's usually served on special occasions because it is kind of a fancy dish. It's not just any old fried shrimp dish. You serve them up with your favorite sauce, and those sauces in the day were duck sauce and mustard, sweet and sour sauce, a lot of people who use a sweet chili sauce. This dish is a little bit of a retro recipe, but I'm going to show you how to make it today because I remember how delicious it was, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. First, you got to select your shrimp. They got to be pretty big, 16 or even 21 size, but you don't want to go much smaller than that. And by the way, 16, 20 is the number of shrimp in a pound. But the point is that you need to get shrimp that have not been pre-cleaned with the backs split. Because what we're going to do is we're going to butterfly them from the belly side, open up the shrimp, and then take out the sand track from the other side. Usually, pre-cleaned shrimp, the back has been split and then it's been cleaned from the backside. But what happens then is that if you try to butterfly them, you're gonna get two pieces and you're not gonna get one big contiguous butterflied piece of shrimp.
I guess if you want to butterfly it flat, you cut the underside, and if you want that curled, flared, curly look, then you cut the back, right?
Yeah, because what happens is that if you butterfly it from the back, both sides will come up, and you generally leave this front attached over here, and then it sort of sits like this with the flat side. But that's not what we're gonna go for. We're actually gonna go for like more flat. So I know people are gonna ask, if I use easy peel shrimp, can I make butterfly shrimp? If you just wanna have fried your shrimp, you use the same batter, and you're not interested in exactly how it used to look, you'll still have maybe a fantail look when you fry it, but you're not gonna have the classic look of a fantail shrimp. It's okay. So I'm gonna peel the shrimp. So the easiest way to peel shrimp is to grip it like this. You're gonna get underneath the edge of the shell, you wrap it around, and then this piece right here is what you wanna keep actually. So you take off all these legs and you don't want the back cut. So you wanna start your shrimp in this position, straighten it out. Very first thing is you want to penetrate this tail shell. There's a line here that's right in the middle, and you want to put your knife here. It's important to get it in the middle so you have both sides even. And then you just slide the knife a little bit, but what you're doing is you're sort of pushing the shrimp in a little bit and slicing it, and then you fold the shrimp back, cutting through the meat, but not hitting the back. And then one motion like this, the butterfly to separate both sides. And then you just pluck this off to the sand track, and then sometimes the sand track ends up on the edges. Take that off, and then you've got this butterflied shape. So this is where the fantail comes in. When you fry it, this is gonna end up into a nice, beautiful presentation. This is a little bit of a skill, like making egg rolls. You do a couple of them and you get used to it. My father used to go through 5 pounds of shrimp real fast. I'd do 2 or 3 of these, you'd be already done with 10. The way we're butterflying these shrimp is the same way you butterfly them for butterfly shrimp with bacon, where you have a little piece of bacon and they're not deep fried, but you fry them in the wok. This really should be like billed as a master class because it's not an easy recipe. It has a little bit of skill to it, and you're coming out with something a little bit more fancier.
Well, I think we've answered the question of why it's no longer made.
Well, restaurants. This is a piece of cake for chefs to make it. They're good like Chinese New Year, Autumn Festival. So my memories of Fantail Shrimp were either at a banquet or a restaurant, a nice plate that was taken out with the shrimp stacked in a really beautiful sort of teepee. All the little fantails, shrimps at the top. So we have here about 1.5 pounds of shrimp, but you can imagine what this looks like at the restaurant when there was 5 pounds of shrimp. We stack these up all ready for the fryer. Just gonna give them a quick rinse. Make sure you clean off the sand track pieces. Once we rinse these and place these on the plate in one layer, we'll go over these with a paper towel and pat them dry. This is a project. It's definitely an intermediate skill thing, but you'll be pleased with the results. There's gonna be a lot of snack shrimp. Or like what we always say, it's like, oh, we're gonna eat the rejects. Eat the rejects. All right, we've got our butterflied shrimp patted dry. We're gonna set these aside and make our batter. First thing we're gonna do is put all the dry ingredients in. So we've got 3/4 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch for an extra little crisp. That's 1 and 2. We've got 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. We've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper, about that. 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder and 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder, because garlic powder is very strong. So I've got 1/8 teaspoon of that, and onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon, a pinch of salt. Mix everything together, and this helps breaks up the flour lumps. So we've got now our dry ingredients for the batter. We've got our ice water ready. We've got flour for the dredging. We've got our shrimp. We're gonna heat up the oil. So many times I've used small pots to conserve oil, and you can still do that. Today we're just gonna use a wok. I'm gonna mix the batter, ice water. What makes the batter crispy and light is the baking powder, a little bit of baking soda, and using some ice cold water and working fast. And the reason why you use ice cold water is that it doesn't allow the gluten to develop. You just don't want to overmix it. You want to use your cold water, and you want to make your batter right before you fry it. Stir out all the lumps. This batter will thicken as it sits and absorbs. I think this is about the right consistency. So now you want to make sure your setup is efficient. I've got my shrimp, I've got my dredge, and I've got my batter. And the reason why I'm going to leave this in here is that periodically you do want to stir this a little bit, because this is double acting baking powder and there's baking soda. If you have too many bubbles, your shrimp is going to look kind of perforated. So everybody's going to ask me, hey, can I make this in an air fryer? The answer is no, you can't. It's a batter fried shrimp. It's just not going to work in the air fryer. You got to fry it in oil where it's going to puff up nicely and fry it to a nice light crispy batter. I'm going to try one of these smaller shrimp, the less attractive shrimp.
You don't need to say that to people. Every shrimp looks attractive.
I know, but I'm going to use the smaller shrimp first for testing is what I'm going to tell you. We're not going to show every frying. So here's how you dredge, and then you shake it off. You want to make sure that this is butterflied and not curled in. It's opened, and then you grip it over here, and then you're going to do this. Lay the shrimp over the batter and just drag it, and then do the same thing on the other side. Oh, look at that, we missed that side. So you want to make sure you dip it in like that, drag it, and you want a minimal amount of batter, and then you want to just lay it down like that.
Ooh. We'll
do a temperature check for all of you. See, it's a little bit low, so we've got the fire on it now. It's right about 318, 320, 325. I'm going to flip the shrimp. I did my test fry for one, and now I'm just going to roll along. And you're going to get better at this placement and this batter. Drop them right in. Midpoint check on the oil temperature. About 330, that's fine. This is like where Michelin starred chef would be like, oh, I have to get it just right.
How about I eat this one?
Pretty yummy. A little dipping sauce.
Definitely needs a sauce.
For frying, a lot of times there's 2 people manning it.
Yeah, because it's kind of slow. Too much for one person.
Frying my last batch here. These are the smaller shrimp. I may have rushed them a little bit. The batter got a little bit thinned out. I added a little bit too much water, and this is what happens. It gets a little bit more craggly, as opposed, you could see the difference here with the original batter, the thicker batter, but they're all like very nice, very tasty. So in the day, when you do this every day and you got a really skilled Chinese chef who's doing this, every one of these look perfectly straight. The batter is really nice and uniform. I'll give you an example. I had Kaitlin fry these up.
Hey, don't blame me.
These are just more like regular batter fried shrimp that you'd get.
They're small for some reason.
There are small ones. So this is why, another reason why you want to get the larger shrimp. The larger shrimp fry up really nice for presentation. The smaller shrimp, they curl up easier and everything, but they're just as tasty.
Bubba's ready for shrimp.
Come closer. You ready for shrimp, Bubba? All right. Ooh, I'm just gonna go for this, the little one.
Why? Get a big one.
All right, I'm gonna go for the big one. Barley.
For Bubba?
Barley.
Oh my God, no! I said a little one for Bubba.
Well, I was gonna eat it first.
Oh.
Little sauce. Happy Fantail Shrimp. Very nice.
I don't want to double dip.
Just do it.
Crunchy, crispy, and delicious with a big shrimp flavor. And for those of you who enjoy good batter-fried seafood, Fantail Shrimp is the best. So if you've got a special occasion coming up, even for a Super Bowl party, these are the perfect item. You have these beautiful shrimp, you've got your dipping sauces, and they just go really well as an appetizer or with a cocktail. Right, Bubba? Oh, Barley's waiting for it.
Give her a little tail.
I'm eating the tail. Tail's like a potato chip. So dainty. Oh. Is it crunchy? Oh yeah. If you enjoyed this Fantail Shrimp recipe, give us a like on YouTube and visit us at thewalksoflife.com. Thanks everybody. Maintaining oil temperature is a little bit of an art. You have technique recipe, don't try this at home. Oh, is it supposed to be tried at home?